Chapter 012. How are you feeling, Rimuru? Tired. It's understandable, you've been working hard. The mysterious figure stretched out their arms to signal that Rimuru can rest on them. Rimuru, thank you. Rimuru lied his head in the figure's chest. They rubbed his head. It's alright, Shizu. You can rest now as much as you want. Rimuru's eyes suddenly opened. He realized he was dreaming. Seal, hey, you're finally awake. Rimuru, sorry I fell asleep. Seal, it's not your fault you haven't been able to relax in a while. Rimuru, how long have we been at this? Seal, 642 years. Rimuru, I know in terms of other lifespans it's not that long, but to me it's been too long. Seal, well, it's over now. And who do you have to thank for that? Seal glared in the figure in a brown hood. Seal, I don't care if you were the one to finally kill Ivaraj, don't get cocky. I don't know what you're talking about, this power is his the same way you are. I'm nothing but his humble servant. Seal gritted her teeth. I don't know why you seem so upset after all. The figure in the hood walked past Seal and said these words as her mouth was to her ear. We Manas should get along for our master Sake. Seal had a look of fury on her face, seemingly at the fact that she shared the same race and master as this mysterious being she seems to despise. Rimuru, you can take that hood off now. There's no reason for you to hide your identity now that you killed Ivaraj. You don't need to be a secret anymore. Right, if he knew about me or my power he may have been more cautious and simply destroyed this world with us along with it, and that would have made things more troublesome, but thankfully since he was cocky and sadistic once he grew his ego, it left him vulnerable to us. Regardless, I'm glad I can freely show my face. The figure in the brown hood took the cloak off and threw it to the side. Now I can finally let the world know of Azrael. Azrael, the Manas evolved from Azathoth. Seal, of all the forms from Master's memory, why'd you pick that one? Azrael, no reason, I suppose I liked her personality and my power is similar to hers in its strength and I think her form suits me. Seal, that's 3 reasons. Seal said with a vein on her head. Azrael, I guess you're right. Seal, you're insufferable. Azrael smirked. Azrael, only for you exclusively. Black lightning bolts appeared around Seal. Seal, are you trying to start something again? Azrael took out a sword that appeared to be the sword of Tempest. Azrael, I won't start it but I'll finish it. Both Manas stared each other down as their powers quaked the ground around them. They got closer to stand off. Suddenly Rimuru embraced both of them with each arm. They both blushed at the embrace. Seal, Master. Azrael, please never let go. Rimuru, let's not fight right now. For now we should go back to the past. Seal, all right. Azrael, oh of course Master. Rimuru, right, this won't be easy to pull off. Seal, going back is easy but you wish to go to a past where Chloe resides as well. Rimuru, I want her to know that we succeeded. Azrael, I'm excited to meet everyone. It's a shame I was born long after their demise. Rimuru, well then let's get started. Rimuru offered his hand. Seal and Azrael took them together. They joined hands. Rimuru, oh wait, almost forgot something. Rimuru let go of their hands and a fog began to surround him. Seal, changing your form, why now of all times? Rimuru, I'm gonna restart everything, even myself. Honestly, I think a form like this will be better. The more seriously a leader looks, the more seriously he'll be taken. Rimuru's voice began to sound deeper. The fog began to disperse. Rimuru, how's it look? They both blushed at their master's new form. Seal and Azrael, so cool. Seal, it suits you well. Azrael, I always knew you deserved a body befitting of you like this. Rimuru, I'm glad you both like it. Now let's get started. They rejoined hands and continued where they left off. They closed their eyes and opened them. The red, yellow and green of their eyes shone bright as the world around them began to crack and crumble until it turned to white and then was replaced with the environment of a dark cave. Azrael, well, that was easier than I thought. So this is the cave where Veldora resided and where Master first came to this world. It's amazing. Azrael started exploring the cave like an excited fangirl. Seal, I wanted to ask, Master. Rimuru, what is it? Seal, recently it feels as if your will has changed. What do you intend to do in this world? Rimuru, during those 642 years I happened to reach an epiphany on my purpose in this world. It's why I tend to fail in so many timelines. It's because I don't realize it. Azrael, what might that be, Master? Rimuru, my purpose is to be the successor of Veldonava, but more my purpose is to full rule this world, so I intend to do just that. Ciel's eyes slightly widened in surprise. Rimuru, it's the only way I'll be allowed to live in peace with everyone I love, so this time we'll ensure. Rimuru walked deeper through the cave to where Veldora was imprisoned. Rimuru, That there are no more mistakes. The storm dragon Veldora spent yet another day trapped in the seal by that hero, once again succumbing to extreme boredom when suddenly he felt something, three ominous presences that still felt familiar. Veldora. Who are these three? They look like humans, but they have such an familiar aura. Are they? Rimuru. Veldora. Veldora. I must save face. Also, you humans have heard of me, such as only expected. What is it that you want from me? I suppose I'll hear you out. Seal glared at Veldora for the tone he was speaking in such a cocky tone, but Rimuru put his hand in front of her to let her know it was fine. Rimuru, we came to break you free from this prison. Veldora. Really? Veldora cleared his throat. Veldora. Well, since you went through this much trouble, I suppose I will allow you to. Rimuru looked to Azrael. Rimuru. Azrael, you do the honors. Azrael. Gladly, master. Azrael walked up to the barrier and put her hand on the barrier and licked her lips. Instantly it seemed like the barrier disappeared from existence. Azrael. Saltier than I though. Seal then wasted no time in rushing to Veldora. She put 2 fingers on his head. Veldora. Wah! Suddenly the memories of the previous timeline Veldora came flooding through his mind and his body returned to the human form we know. Rimuru. Welcome back, my sworn brother. Rimuru was suddenly embraced by Veldora. He slightly widened his eyes and patted his back. Rimuru. Sorry I didn't bring you back when Ivaraj killed you. It started a chain reaction that destroyed our ultimate skill, but it seems like it was brought back. Veldora. I knew you'd be able to succeed as expected of my sworn brother. Seal. Honestly, you're still so immature. Azrael. I don't know how you can be so heartless. The bromance is so beautiful. Veldora. I must say I like the new look. Rimuru. I thought it was time for a change. Veldora. By the way, who is she? Veldora pointed at Azrael. Azrael. My name is Azrael. The manas evolved from Azathoth and the one to defeat Ivaraj. Veldora. What? Wait, you mean this girl that looks like Monica was able to defeat Ivaraj? Azrael. I'm honored you got the reference, and yes, I did defeat him. Veldora looked at Rimuru for confirmation. Rimuru. It's true, we won because of her. Azrael blushed deeply and smiled. Azrael. Master, I'm not worthy of your praise. Seal. Now there's something we can agree on. Azrael's smile switched to one that didn't reach her eyes as she turned around to face Seal. Azrael. Well then, I'm sure we can agree that makes you even less worthy as well. A vein grew on Seal's head as she charged her magic. Azrael didn't hesitate to reach for the sword once again. Rimuru. Enough. They both looked to him. Rimuru. I don't mind if you two argue. It can be fun to watch. We have more important things to do than letting you both battle right now. They both bowed their heads in unison. Seal and Azrael. Forgive us, master. Rimuru. Come on, let's go. Veldora. So what do we do now? Rimuru. We're going to rebuild Tempest even better than it was. Oh, by the way, here. Rimuru tossed Veldora a new manga. Veldora. You're the best. Rimuru. Thanks. Veldora seemed to have his mind completely immersed in the latest issue of his manga, simply following them as they teleported out of the cave and into the forest. Seal. I've made sure to manage the amount of our ore as you've made sure to do the same, right, Veldora? Veldora waved his hand nonchalantly as his eyes didn't leave the manga. Veldora. Yeah, of course. Seal sighed at Veldora's lack of care. Seal. Damned lizard. Footsteps could be heard that grabbed everyone's attention except for Veldora, who was still absorbed in the manga. Azrael. Ooh, they're so cute. Seal looked at Azrael in question. Rimuru. What is it that you want with us? Goblin. Strong ones, what are your purpose in for visiting this forest? Rimuru. Seems that we arrived after the direwolves killed Rigyur. Good question. Rimuru said with a smile. We cut to night. The direwolves ran towards the goblin camp when suddenly they all stopped in their tracks. Direwolf leader. What are those humans? His eyes couldn't leave from the 3 figures standing before him, and he couldn't help but feel at the overwhelming power of their auras. He couldn't move an inch, neither could his son or any other direwolf. Rimuru. Good, it seems you all can sense the differences between our strength. Rimuru walked closer to the wolves. They dared not move out of fear for their lives. Rimuru. Be not afraid, killing you all would be such a waste, so I'd like to grant you an offer. Rimuru took a knee to get down to their level. Rimuru. Become my subordinates the same way the goblins have. If you do, I can promise you all will gain power and freedom beyond you could ever dream of, or you can wander this forest hoping to find someone else weaker to defeat, but I warn you, there are races here that could crush you in an instant. The choice is yours as the leader. The direwolf knew very well that the figure speaking before him was right. He knew he had no choice. Direwolf leader. My tribe surrenders to you. Rimuru smiled. Rimuru. A wise choice then. From today on you all are under my protection. Seal and Azrael looked on from a distance with separate thoughts and emotions. Seal, Master has been acting differently ever since she was born. There's nothing wrong with the way he acts, in fact it may be more helpful to him in the long run, but that woman. Seal looked at Azrael and was shocked by the look on her face. She was smiling and blushing while biting her lip, seeming to get off on this. Azrael, yes, make all some, but you let them know their place. Seal gritted her teeth at Azrael's excitement. Seal, this is why I can't stand you. When morning arrived, Seal auto-named the goblins and dire wolves with the same names they received originally, and the leader of the dire wolves was named Ryga. The 3 rules were given to them with some slight modifications that will prove convenient later on. Soon it was time to recruit the dwarf brothers. Rimuru, Veldora, make sure to protect this place in the meantime while we're gone. Veldora, yeah, I know the drill, just keep the new manga coming. Seal, honestly I'm against leaving him here while the village is in such a fragile state. Azrael, you can stay and watch it while Master and I go. Seal, like hell I will. Rimuru, since it'll just be us 3, things should be fine, but Seal, I wanted to ask, why are you dressed like that? Seal, does it bother you? Rimuru, no, I actually quite like it. Seal blushed and smiled while she had her hands on her face. Seal, I'm glad you do. Azrael, Seal was just jealous I was the only one in a kink outfit this whole time. Seal, it's your imagination. Azrael, genjutsu of that level doesn't work on me. Seal, honestly you're just as bad as Veldora when it comes to having such an obsession with those manga. Azrael, Master enjoys them. Are you saying you don't respect what he loves? That's just like you. Seal. Rimuru, alright, come on you two, so we save time, you can argue and walk. Rimuru walked as Azrael and Seal argued the whole journey up to when they reached the gate. Rimuru, even if we teleported to save time, I'm shocked they're still going at it. They really don't get along well. Not that I mind. Rimuru thought this as both Azrael and Seal were clinging to each of his arms while still arguing. Each arm did feel as if it was encased in a soft and tender warmth, as Azrael's chest was against his arm and so was Seal's. Rimuru, I did kinda hope they'd tone it down once we got in line though. He said this noticing the glances of everyone else in line and hearing the gossip. Man 1. Damn, that guy's lucky having 2 beauties fight over him. Man 2. Are they his harem or something? Woman. He must be a noble. Rimuru. Well, this is different, makes sense since I look like a guy between high school and college and I did dress to impress, but I guess it's better than the alternative. Thug 1. Well, ain't this convenient, a noble walking around on a date without guards. Rimuru. And just like that the alternative appears. Azrael. Hey, Frankenstein, can't you see we're busy? Seal. Since you called us a couple, I'll give you 10 seconds to leave with your lives. Thug 2. Oh, feisty ones, tell you what, give us the girls and you can go. Seal and Azrael. Huh. 2 terrifying auras could be felt. Azrael. Well, I guess today's the day I find out how humans taste. Seal. I have been looking for test subjects to see which torture tactics are most effective. Thank you for volunteering. Rimuru sighed. Rimuru. Try not to kill them, I don't want to cause a scene. Seal. Of course we won't kill them, Master. Azrael. Death is far too merciful. The thugs shrunk back in fear. They were fools, but by now even they knew they were in trouble. As the 2 manas walked towards them, their fears intensified. 5 minutes later, guards arrived to see Azrael and Seal standing over the bodies of the thugs and their allies. Kato. What's going on here? What happened? Rimuru. Well, here we go. Azrael cleared her throat and crossed her arms. Azrael. What happened here? Nothing happened, nothing at all. Seal face palmed. Seal. Idiot, that won't work. Kato. You 3 come with us, we need to take you in for questioning. Rimuru. Azrael, do it. Azrael. Finally. Azrael licked her lips suddenly. Rimuru, Azrael, and Seal were in the middle of Dworgen. Azrael. Huh, pretty sweet, go figure. Seal. Why couldn't we have done that from the beginning? Rimuru. Where's the fun if everything's too easy? Well, regardless, we're here now, so let's get to work. Azrael. Of course this should be fun. To be continued.